A very good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It's Sunday afternoon. It's a little bit late for this blog. We were to do it on Thursday, but unfortunately, coming out of the Prime Minister's long deliberation during a cabinet to come and tell the country that she's going to tell us tomorrow, Monday, who is going to be the next president of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The word on the street is that it's supposed to be Peter Jamada, a judge. My information is that he's a very intellectually pleasing guy, and he'll make a nice president for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I do not know who it's going to be because there were so many names that have been bandied around. Ken Gordon, Winston Tukaran, Basdeo Pandey, and the list goes on. But I understand the final determination is Peter Jamada. Now let's see if my information is right, because with all of the intricacies of secrecy, it proves there's no secret in Trinidad and Tobago. If the name that comes out is Peter Jamada. Now remember, this is Sunday night. Prime Minister hasn't announced it yet, and I'm not the Prime Minister. But the information is being portrayed in certain quarters, and I have been privileged to it. I want to thank the person who gave it to me. Nonetheless, forgive my attire. I'm not looking as if I'm an executive tonight, but that's because I really didn't plan to come and do this evening. But had no choice. Let me just touch on a few things before I say good night to you. The first is that I spoke with the Minister of Energy about this whole Petrotrin, I would call it unacceptable levels of, what's the word, irresponsibility. The longest time in the history of this petrochemical industry, that the cat cracker, the thing that takes the oil and does all of the intricate things to make it turn into gas and various types of things, that has been done going in nearly 20 months. And those of you who are in the oil industry know that one plant depends on another, depends on another, depends on another. So when one plant goes down, it's not one plant. It could be 5, 6, 7 plants that are not working. I don't know what the cost of fuel is to us in Trinidad and Tobago. Who knows? Maybe it's cheaper to import than to make it here. That's why they're taking so long in getting the cat cracker up. But you know what's the worst part? What is the great union leader doing about that? He was able to go on the bread line and shut down TCL. But the thing that is the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, he hasn't taken any action. Unfortunate for him. I say fire him. I say he should be called upon to resign his post as the head of the OWTU. WOT, waste of time. That is what those guys are. They don't care about anyone. He's driving his highfalutin car, getting his salary, and his wife is shopping just as usual. And as I told you before, every night, hugging up in the bed. He has mommy there, very, very happy, and he's not cold. And what about the Agriculture Minister? Classical BS again. This man comes to the country and tells this country that the government has made a decision to change the law for the importation of animals. He was specifically referring to dogs. And then, as if though it was a joke, told the country that dogs that are in quarantine, they're being used for studs. You know, when the dog comes in, they carry a female while it's in quarantine and line the dog because it's a high-grade dog. And obviously, pups coming out of that will be worth good Dun's eyes. But here's the classical. I asked this minister a very simple question. In the years that Trinidad and Tobago has been quarantining animals, have we found any that has caused any problem for us in Trinidad and Tobago? His answer to me was he didn't know. He didn't have that information. But the dog owners comes together and was able to rub his shoulder, scrape behind his neck, play with his hair, and rub the neck side, and massage his 2 feet, and he took the cabinet a note, and the cabinet, so gullible as usual, may not have even asked him any questions, just like clause 34. Another pack of BS. So what did we get? Changing of the rules to satisfy who? Dog breeders. Who are doing what? Breeding dogs and selling them at an expensive price. And he doesn't know, as the minister, what has happened with empirical data, because we've been quarantining the animals coming in here for the years since I am wearing diapers, not pampers. Let's tell you how long. Let me just end by saying one thing to you. If Trinidad and Tobago has to go forward with leadership that understands what they're doing. And it is very clear, the leadership present, whether it's P&M, or whether it's People's Partnership, they don't know what they're doing. They are working on a whimsical, hopeful, get up in the morning and everything will work well. And as I told you, word on the floor is that a major minister has problems because we understand that his sons has been delayed, detained, and nobody is saying anything about it. Strange, don't you think, that they won't be able to address the issue? And this minister is very high profile, very high profile. One of these days the truth will come out. I hope this is not the straw that breaks the camel back. But if that happens, I'll be ready to take on the Herculean task of engaging this country's attention with regards to future leadership. Until next week, I want to thank those of you who have been looking at the blog. I want to thank my assistant, Devon, who has been really there helping me to get the thing going. And I end by saying, watch out, people. There is more in the mortar than the pestle. And we should ask Chandra Sharma that. Have a good one. Bye.
Register now for the Carnival Band Charm. 19 Derbertile Street, Woodbrook. 10 great sections.
All inclusive.
No sitting on the ground for lunch. No stretching for your drinks at the bar. And our 3-tier security system that permits only costume patrons in the band. It's going to be fun with the music from iconic DJs of More FM.
Charm 2013.
Robert and Sharon Amar's Carnival presentation. Charm. The Carnival Magical Experience. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Charm Carnival.